Let's start off with answering Sydney Tinker's question, which was, have you ever lied to a cop? And the answer is no, I've never lied to a cop. I've actually only been, pulled over a few times. I have one moving violation, and that is failure to come to a complete stop. And when he pulled me over, the fact of the matter was I didn't stop, even though the vehicle I was driving at the time would stall every time I stopped. And I was out in the middle of BFE. And I never went that way to work. It was just a different way because it was traffic and whatever. But it was out this back roads. Not that that matters. But I just coasted through and turned, and he got me. And when he pulled me over, he said, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And I said, "Yes, I failed to come to a complete stop." And I could have made the argument that, when I do stop, my car stalls and it's difficult to restart. I was out in the middle of nowhere. I would have affected no one by not stopping. The truth of the matter was, I didn't stop. I was wrong. So when I'm wrong, and I own it, I take it. I got the ticket, I paid it, and it was, I worked in sort of it was a small town at the time, I guess, and I saw him every day, driving, and we would wave. And the other time I got stopped was just a couple years ago. I was speeding, and I've never had a speeding ticket, and I was kind of mad that I was getting pulled over because it was going to break my record. And the cop comes up and he says, "You were speeding." I said, "Yes, I was." And he says, "Well, why were you speeding?" And I said, "I was just trying to get home," which it was a Sunday evening. That was not an untrue statement. I was speeding. I was trying to get home. And I just said, "Yeah, I was just trying to get home." And he gave me a warning and let me go. So my record stands. And there, maybe the fact that I was like not trying to say, well, I have to pee, or, my hamster's caught in a wheel at home, I got to get to it. I don't know. So show and tell Saturday. And I got a few things. I actually, I got this as a kid, and it was like, I was all that. Of course, I was a little... Hello. I was a little tomboy, and I got this. I actually have the football version, which I liked better, and there's no batteries in it, but it's just these little, if you've ever played it, I don't have a 9-volt, or I'd put it in. It's these little dots. The ball comes down, and you just hit the buttons to hit, and then it tells you what you got. You just run, and it's pitch, hit, run. Those are your only options. And and the football was just as you could run or pass, and it was just painfully simple. But I spent a lot of hours on these games. 1978 is the year on that. 1993, 94, something like that. My dad was a lawyer and had clients that he did civil, mostly wills and divorces and stuff. And he had a lot of elderly clients. He had this one woman who was going into a nursing home, and she had children. She had a daughter. The husband, I guess, was dead. And the daughter didn't want anything to do with the house. The mother was moving down to Austin to at least be in the same city as the daughter, but I don't really think the daughter gave a rat's ass about the mom, because she didn't want anything in the house, which I thought was weird. She only took the bedroom furniture for the mother. My dad offered me the opportunity to clean out this woman's house, saying that I could have anything in it and sell what I didn't want, but I needed to clean the house out, which was only a 2-bedroom house. And when I did a little walkthrough, I thought, this is going to be easy. There wasn't much. But all the cabinets and drawers and closets and garage were packed. So it became quite a job. And I went through every single thing you go through when you go through a house. You have to determine what you're going to keep, what's trash, what you're going to sell. I don't know. It was kind of a bittersweet job, so to speak. going through this woman's stuff, and it was, the daughter didn't want any of it, which I thought was odd. And there was even stuff from her days in high school in the garage. There were boxes of just all of her memories that she just didn't want. And what this woman treasured and kept all these years became, in essence, a lot of it was trash. And it was just, I don't know, it made me very melancholy at the same time of, the opportunity of getting some cash, because I was, 20 something, and, it was free stuff because I didn't have much. And then I could sell the rest. So I was like, woo! I shouldn't do that noise. And she had some really nice furniture pieces, and I ended up selling a lot of her other stuff and going through, and I brought boxes of just weird things to go through, and I found this box, and this is only a few of them, of these old photos. And there's stuff written on the back. Oddly enough, I didn't find any newer photos, so maybe the daughter did take some of those, or the mother did, or whatever. But I didn't find any of them as a family. It was all of these old pictures. And she did a great job writing, not on all of them, but on the back of them. And this was like a brother, I think, judging by all the names. I kind of learned about this woman's life. And then he accidentally drowned in a bathtub, and she had his death certificate, which is why I know that. But anyway, I felt like I just couldn't trash these pictures. I don't know. I just felt like they needed to be kept, even though I have no idea who these people are. I didn't even know the woman who, although I felt like going through everything that she owned, I kind of felt like I did know her after a while. You just feel like you know people when you go through their stuff. As weird as that is. And it was an unsettling feeling at the same time, because I felt wrong on some level going through this woman's just everything that she had. There were no cookbooks, so I guess there were more things that she took than I thought. Looking back, her bedroom was completely empty, and the TV was gone in the living room. But I just felt compelled to keep these pictures, because I just feel like they. I know it seems silly to be remembered. I don't know. I'm really, I'm weird like that, I guess. So I like this one, because on the back it says, taken at Uncle Robert's place just before we moved to Winters in 1919, which there's a little town, I don't know if it's even still around, Winters, Texas. It's the Winters High School Band. I have this hanging up in the other room in the studio, and I've had it hanging ever since I got it. I had it actually in my kitchen, or right outside the kitchen, and it's from 1940. It's Frank Denton. He is the woman's brother. It's my dog Stanley's. I put a sheet down when he slept on the bed, and he always slept on it. And when he died, I bagged it up. And there's all his fur is still all over it. Yeah, so I just keep that in a box too. I'm very sentimental. Okay, 14 minutes and 15 seconds. I've got to edit it down. Good times.